kill me with this shit. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's Underhaven.
Episode 35. And we're joined by John Page.
I was about to say with this intro, do I need to like scream open this pit up? But oh my god, hi. What's going on?
It's a really metal intro for such a mellow podcast, isn't it?
Made by Sinjay, a fucking
Sinjay.
god. He made
Doing
our
some good
overlay
work.
too. Yeah, dude, he's awesome. He's made a lot of shit for this show. He even he made the Von Helton intro and all that shit.
I will
And actually,
say,
like, the shittiest part about that, I just want to say, like, we paid him nothing at all to do all of this, so we really owe Sinjay a big thank you. Sorry,
he is a trooper. No, but I was gonna say, I've caught a couple of the episodes, and I've seen the intros for segments are very intricate. Very intricate.
It's like 5 fucking minutes in Sony Vegas, but yeah.
But I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like fucking.
Twix makes a lot of them. A lot of them are.
I've made a couple, but yeah.
Yeah, like the Pastor Anderson one, fucking Vaughn's. Like, it's intricate, but at the same time, just it works.
Yeah,
it
they're
works out
fucking
very
awesome.
well.
Helps give the show character and personality. I fucking love that shit.
So, John, for the people in our audience who are like unfamiliar with who you are and what you do on Twitch, how about like you give us like a rundown?
Yeah, sure. So, hi, I'm John Page. I yell at video games a lot. That's kind of the main point of it. But other than that, on Saturdays every now and again I do like a little special wrestling stream because for some reason people very much enjoy watching CPUs fight it out. I don't understand the concept, but apparently it works. But no, my streams just tend to have like a casual environment where you just kind of chill and play video games and laugh and shit like that. So that's really all I could offer to the Twitch sphere, so to speak.
Yeah, you know, that's why I figured that you'd be like a good fit for this show, because all we try to do here is like, you know, laugh and have a good time. That's basically like the fucking point of this show. Just
I believe I sent you a few things that might navigate you in that direction.
Some very good material, I'll say.
Yeah.
One video in particular that I think will piss SWEGTA off. In fact, I've already seen it piss him off before.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I look forward to seeing it again.
I'm so excited.
Alright, I'll start off by playing
Where are we starting? Are we jumping right into it, or we get? Oh, actually, before we start, Animancer, you got a story to tell me. What happened?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I've brought this up on the show before, so I got blocked by Von Helton on Twitter because I tweeted at him, like, I called him Von Hecton. Like, I didn't even insult him, I just called him Von Hecton instead of Von Helton, like the most childish insult.
That's not weird.
The most childish insult I could, like, think of off the top of my head. Not even an insult,
How fucking
really.
dare you?
And I got blocked. And this is not the first time I've tweeted Von Helton. Like, the last time I did, I was like, I don't remember exactly, but I was somewhat confrontational. I wasn't being a dick or anything. And the time I just, like, do something like a childish remark to him as a joke, he's just like, I'm gonna block you now.
That's alright. Okay, so his Twitter is real Von Helton, right?
No, it should be Helton Von.
Helton Von. Okay, I'm gonna issue a challenge for this stream. I'm gonna text him the same thing, Von Hecton, and we're gonna see if I get blocked during the stream.
It's like Razor Bitch Part 2, though.
I know. Yeah. We're starting to, like, accumulate a history of this shit on our show. We've said the same thing about Steve Shives in the past, too, so this is, like, the third person that we found is easily able to be triggered and blocking. But we'll see. We had luck with Razor Fist. He literally blocked our guest in the same fucking show, so.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll check at the end.
Well, we'll check throughout. I'm very curious to see if it actually happens. But
yeah.
I know it will.
Let's get into some dumb shit then.
Let's get into it.
Thin privilege. Now, it's not a mythical creature or something made up. If you're thin, you have a certain privilege. So everyday tasks that a thinner person can take for granted.
Yeah.
I can leave a plus-size person like myself.
This again.
I'll feel full of anxiety, burden, and upset, and feeling as though they don't belong and don't deserve a place in the earth. So, public transport. What a nightmare for plus-size people. Just think.
That is not a flattering.
I swear to God, that eye roll just screamed of like, ugh, men.
Yeah.
Can you sit in a seat and not be met with sighs, huffing, puffing, and someone squirming in the seat next to you, making you feel uncomfortable, and knowing that they don't want you there? Shopping.
Excuse me. That's every day on a train. That's every day on a subway. Nobody wants to be there.
Yeah, nobody, especially like in northern European countries like Sweden, where I'm at. Like, if you sit down next to someone, it's just kind of like, you know, I'm not going to have any interaction with you at all. I'm just going to pretend you're not there. So, like, everybody gets that.
I hate this shit because it completely, like, it doesn't take into account that, you know, some people aren't the most sociable people of all time. You know, some people like to kind of keep to themselves. Like, for some people, like, public transportation's their only option, but they don't want to be around fucking people. They want their space. Like, they value personal space. I do, at least to some extent.
Yeah.
So, I don't know,
That's why basically when I go to the city, I have, like, a quota because I really don't want to be on trains or subways that long. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go like maybe once every 3 months or every 4 months because I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I get that.
You go into 99.9% of the high street and shop, try on, and take an outfit away that very same day and not actually being able to go and enjoy the experience of shopping. Grabbing something to eat.
Alright, then why do it?
Can you pop into a bakery, pick up a donut, and sit there and then enjoy it and not feel that you've been met with stares or comment, I cannot do that. Going to the doctors. Are you able
Okay, so this is the part that actually made me kind of pull this video.
to go and be seen and diagnose what is actually wrong with you, or the appointment turned into a weigh-in session? And to be honest, I actually avoid going to the doctors now just because I don't feel like I'm taken seriously. Just because someone's smaller, just in the same way.
I feel like this is anxiety.
This is retarded. Oh yeah, okay, that's
I was gonna say this is more anxiety based rather than like, oh, this is just about weight. It's more about insecurity and anxiety for this certain person. Like that the anxiety is causing all of these fucking excuses.
But here's the thing,
and she's pinpointing that on her weight. Like, I'm being discriminated against. It's like, no, you just have self-esteem issues.
Yeah,
Like, there are fat people who are very confident people.
Yeah,
they exist. So,
that's a thing that is real in the world.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you explain thin privilege if those people exist en masse? I mean, yeah.
There's no way that you could diagnose someone's health just by looking at them. You wouldn't go up to a thin person or comment on pictures, listing off
people
all
who
the
get
health
this deep
problems.
into a fucking ideology like this, they have a tendency to dehumanize anyone that they look at who isn't part of their tribe, right? So, it's easy to look at everyone as like some malevolent entity instead of actually looking at them like, hey, maybe this person's not talking to me because they're like shy, or maybe they're just not that good of a talker, or maybe they just don't like other people. Maybe they're just a cynical asshole. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to do with you being fat, or maybe your personality just fucking sucks, bitch. Like,
also,
seriously.
sorry, let me just clarify. By the way, it's she's saying you wouldn't go to a thin person and list off all the health. Of course you would, if you were Onision making a 15th Eugenia Cooney video.
Oh my god.
Of course you would.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've known people who were really fucking skinny. And, you know, people express a concern in that. So, I mean, like, that happens to any person who obviously it doesn't have, like, the ideal diet, you know?
Yeah. I was going to say we had a friend who, she was always super skinny as long as we knew her, and we were like, you really need to fucking eat. And it's like, no, my metabolism's just fucked up. Like, she could eat anything, and she would always be skinny.
I'm that same way.
Yeah.
I'm really, same. Always been that. Like
I don't have anything to blame on. I'm just lazy and fat.
Oh, I fucking relate.
Yet again, another privilege. So I can put a picture.
Okay, look, if you... maybe this is nitpicky, but, like, if you enunciate privilege as privilege, You're not fucking, like, you don't lack any privilege. You are fucking privileged.
You are the privilege.
Seriously.
If you sound and talk like a fucking valley girl, you know, you are privileged. Just by fact.
Up on Instagram, and I'm listed with everything that's wrong with me.
You're gonna die of heart failure. Let's see, what else? But eventually you'll become a...
Wait, there's assholes on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, if you take a strong stance on anything on the internet, which I'm sure that this woman has, you'll get hate comments from anyone. There's just assholes all over the place. There's
it doesn't even require
assholes.
that. Like, if you just exist on the internet, that's gonna happen at some point. If you're a public figure on any social media platform, you're gonna face this kind of shit.
But you know that this lady's likely going around espousing her opinions and making them very clear, which is just more of like, I don't like that it's that way, but if you espouse your opinions like that on the internet, you should be prepared to get some fucking shit, potentially from crazy-ass people.
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody in the chat said, a Whaley girl. Nice.
Of course, none of it is true, because nothing's wrong with me. Before you roll your eyes...
Nothing wrong with me.
Just try putting yourself in someone else's shoes and just looking at it from their point of view, how it could affect them or how it could make them feel.
Alright, then why don't you start? I mean, like, you just declared
seriously.
that thin people just don't face any kind of judgment when it comes to their weight. They do. They most definitely do.
Start treating them like people instead of like the opposition, you know? But no.
I'm not having to go at thin people at all, but just simply acknowledging...
You're not having to go at thin
Except you
people?
just did 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. So, which is it?
Society has unfortunately put on people who are thinner just to combat it. Just acknowledge it, be accepting of anybody of any size, and don't fall into what society and the media are trying to tell us that are right or wrong. There are bigger people in the world, there are smaller people in the world, celebrating everybody's differences. Everybody being kind to one another regardless.
You literally could have just made this part of the video the whole video. You literally could have just did that, and that would have been it.
Yeah. You just cut out all the bullshit and just like cut to like, okay, just don't be dicks, you know, just be nice, and then
just get get the quote from Bill and Ted be excellent to one another. That's it.
Yeah.
The end of this video does not align with the message at the start of this video at all. Like, it should have just... You're right. It should have just been the ending fucking part.
Yeah.
Sesh. I need one of those right now.
Oh my god.
So, Animancer, Joe Biden. Again.
Oh, wait, you're making me talk about Joe Biden again? Oh my god. Oh.
Mentioned this earlier this weekend. Former Vice President Joe Biden may have given us his best indication yet on whether or not he's running for president.
Oh my god.
Wait, no.
Oops.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
This was during an event in his home state of Delaware on Saturday. Biden slipped up and almost for a second there said he's running.
Almost.
Not almost.
I'm told I get criticized by the new left. I have the most progressive record of anybody running for the if anybody who would run.
Oh man. Low energy Biden.
I feel like his PR guy is probably like shitting himself at this point, like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Dial it back, Biden.
What a sloppy way to announce your presidency, even though it was an accident. Like, when you announce that shit, especially Joe Biden, who's been, like, teasing everyone for months and months, you gotta come out with, like, fires blazing. It has to be a huge fucking event. And he just fucking flubbed up. He had one fucking job. He just needed to keep that one thing a fucking secret. And he couldn't even do that. Low energy Biden. I mean, look, I don't really
feel
care.
like it kind of gives you a bit of insight into like his planning, because obviously it benefits him that he had like this almost like half-decade-long dick tease of like, I might run someday, maybe someday.
He was the fucking vice. He was vice. So like, he's definitely got the chops for it.
He missed his fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, of course he did. But like, I feel like it's one of those things. Like, him being vice, he was riding that wave while he could.
Yeah.
But
instead it's like a Freudian slip. It's like, okay, well, I don't think I've ever seen that, honestly. Have you ever seen anybody accidentally announce them running for president?
No, but I was going to say, I mean, at least though, the standards in regards to the presidency have been lowered drastically.
Oh, yeah, lower than ever before, I said.
Absolutely. So, like, anything kind of goes at this point.
Yeah.
You don't even have
Anything
to be a politician anymore, theoretically.
I mean, yeah.
People are applauding. I would have
And
laughed.
that was the look of fuck.
Yeah, God damn it.
Fuck. I fucked up.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's him
Yeah,
saying I
literally.
fucked it up.
With anybody who would run.
That was a moment
Retarded.
for Trump's handling, and we quote, Joe Biden got
Swag.
tongue-tied.
Do you still have the title of this video?
It's Joe Biden seems to almost accidentally declare he's running in
Seems
2020.
to almost accidentally, dude. When I saw
Seems
that,
to almost accidentally.
when I saw that in the title, dude, I cracked up so hard.
I'm gonna use that as a defense in court if I ever find myself getting accused of something. Like the whole Me Too thing, if that happens to me, if I did something, which I didn't do, but just...
did it.
Yeah, it seems like I almost accidentally diddled someone, yeah.
Oh god.
I love that the only news that we really talk about on this show is fake news to make fun of like how ridiculous some of these fucking headlines are. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Over the weekend when he was unable to properly deliver a very simple line about his decision to run for president. Get used
Who's
to it.
that guy?
Another low.
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think we should play him on the show. So
Yeah. Not for. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just putting it out there. We're not gonna play anything pertaining to Trump. This is like accidental on my part. So yeah.
I mean, if he comes up in a news story, it's fine. But like, yeah.
I guess we could see what he has to say. I guess.
IQ individual. Lots to talk about tonight with Ken Thomas, political reporter for the Wall Street Journal, and Laura Barone-Lopez,
I look so confused.
national political reporter for
We're talking
Politico.
about this?
Ken, the Biden thing is fraught for a lot of Democrats. There's a whole new generation of voters coming up in the age of social media, quite empowered. They've been told they are the new base of the party.
You know, I will
They
say
may not-
I'll give Biden one thing. At least he didn't slip up like Kofefe. Like he didn't do the Kofefe slip up. It was like by a slip of the tongue.
Yeah. But the thing about that, I mean, like a lot of people, they said that was like a Bible verse or some shit, like something in the Bible. So they're like, oh, it's a typo, but it's justified because it's somewhere in Scripture at some point. So I don't know. I never looked into that. Yeah.
Not know how Joe Biden dealt with Anita Hill. And Joe Biden's past, as litigated as it has been to old folks like us, is all new to them. Thus, the theory of some Democrats.
No, it's not new to them at all. You know, like these fucking geriatric politicians who get into office and then never fucking leave. That's not new.
Yeah, they're there for life.
That's status quo, right? Fucking there.
Who bemoan this, that Joe Biden's standing in the polls may be at its height right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the test of a Biden candidacy is electability. That's going to be the argument, that he's somebody who could unite the divisions in the country, who could, you know...
I feel like, and maybe this is a bold claim, I feel like the real, like, one of his main standing points is because he worked with Obama, the previous president, and I'm like, I feel like that is going to be his, like he's going to run off of some of the shit that that Obama ran with, essentially. And I think that's the only thing that he's going to absolutely try and hold on to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, it'd be unwise not to do that.
Yeah.
So,
but
be palatable to Democrats across the board, and frankly could challenge the president in the places that determined the election in 2016, the states that Biden went to repeatedly.
Dude, it kills me because there's actually some decent fucking people running this time for for the Democratic nomination, and like there's tons of people that want this fucking old fart. Like, who gets inspired by this guy? People just like him because he has their name recognition. That's the fucking problem with all these elections, is that name recognition means so much. That's how Trump was able to win. Like, so many people knew who Trump was. He was a fucking pop culture icon.
Because it was, I was gonna say it would be for back in like the 80s. I would say it would be kind of like same vein as like Reagan, where he was like an actor. He was that type, essentially. Well, the only difference is that Trump can't act. That's the other part. But actually, I'm curious. Who are you guys like? Who are you thinking like might actually get the vote?
I know who I want to win. And the more I've been looking into Andrew Yang.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay.
I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm well versed in UBI, but I like the idea. I think that, I mean, like, you know, is it a possibility? Yeah, I don't know if his plan would be the ideal way to pull that off. I don't know enough about it to really say that, you know, I'm against it or for it. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I like the fact that he's more he appears to be more focused on like talking about the actual plan as opposed to like, you know, look at how bad my opposition is, which is usually what politicians go for.
Yeah. I feel like since the last election, it has been majorly about, it has become shit talking on the forefront. And then, like, shit talk first, plan later.
And Biden is actually a good example of that, because I think we played a clip of him on our last show, or maybe the one before that. Okay. Where he actually just like went on this tirade about like, you know, Trump did this, Trump did that. It's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do to combat any of that? I mean, if you're gonna run, I mean, like, at least like offer some kind of concrete solution to those kind of problems. I've yet to hear.
Fuck Biden.
Dude, wait, hold on.
Fuck Biden.
Wait. What the hell just happened?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dude, I think we're getting hacked. I think we're getting hacked by Russians. Yeah, holy shit.
Oh no, it's the alt-right.
Oh god.
He's a molester. He's a child molester.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
This is an awesome segment intro you got going.
Yeah,
the Joe Biden segment, dude. This is our Joe Biden segment intro.
It's a lovely segment intro, I gotta tell you.
Segment outro.
Thoroughly impressed.
Look at him manhandling Obama, dude.
Years ago, a former intelligence officer.
Oh my god, hold on. It sounds like he gargled 20 frogs.
It sounds like it's Tom Waits. What the fuck?
Told me every level of every security service.
I mean, he's got a cool voice.
Well, I hope that I don't fall in love with you.
Muslim Brotherhood, they have encrypted email accounts. They talk with each other all the time. They're virtually undetectable. And then you've just said it again. We've got them all over the place. So,
I feel like this dude's good for ASMR. Like, he should really get into that market.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it, this right-wing shit. Just do ASMR.
How do we get them out? You know, in the interest of fairness and all that. And, you know, the ethical termination of people who have a really good employment record. I mean, can we terminate people based on, it's like, you got the wrong affiliations.
Now, if you'll excuse me while I talk about the right, allow me to open up this bottle of beer right into the microphone.
Dude, then it turns into a fucking Dos Equis commercial.
Did you see? Dude, I don't know if you guys saw that Super Bowl commercial.
Somebody
that was
said hi,
the weirdest thing.
Hi, Hellbent.
Oh, God.
What were you saying?
Did you see that commercial? They did an ASMR commercial for the Super Bowl. For like beer.
No, I'm glad I didn't see it.
I'll find it for you. Hold on.
Oh God.
Okay, put it in the Discord chat and I'll play it.
Termination based on my religious beliefs. Yeah, that's correct. Your religious beliefs are in conflict with our republic. Out. We can't.
Okay, so he doesn't sound cool anymore.
Can't really do that, can we? Without
Yeah, sure you can. Legally, you can.
Start saying stupid shit. I like him a lot less than fucking Hellbent, dude.
Constitutionally, you can absolutely. There's so many ways that it is, but
fucking swear, dude.
Yeah.
Who's watching for this guy?
He looks like a pedestrian from like Grand Theft Auto 3.
I know.
Shit.
I was gonna ask, is he using the microphone from the earbuds?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Before you take the action,
like it was made with PS2 like graphics capabilities. That's all.
It was made with the PS2 camera.
Yeah.
You've got to get the consensus among the people that you're talking about, meaning among even within the FBI, but among the citizenry, and you've got to have that discussion. Nowhere does Islam, for instance, in this case, define itself as a religion, merely a religion. As a matter of fact,
Except, isn't it?
Yeah, it is by
sure
definition.
It
doesn't define itself as such, but you know, it isn't because it doesn't define itself as such.
But
even
though
the
Quran and all that shit.
Yeah, it's like if you go to like Saudi Arabia and you're like, hey, are you religious? They're just like, no, I'm Muslim, but I'm not religious, you know.
And then that person's dead because, you know.
Yeah. Apostasy.
We have done numerous videos and articles in the most widely used textbook for 12-year-olds in U.S. Islamic schools. On page 2, they teach Islam is, this is a quote, Islam is not a religion, however, but a complete way of life.
Okay.
They teach that.
So basically they're saying like it's not just a religion, it's also like a lifestyle, which it is. So I mean, I don't agree with the phrasing there. I feel like it's a bit dishonest, but I mean, like this is such a odd example to give, because like I expected him to give like a quote from the Quran or some shit, but instead it's like, no, here's something somebody said in education at one point.
I'm surprised you can honestly hear him with his shitty mic quality.
Barely.
Because it's like let's go over to our dude in the field.
Islam.
That's what I'm hearing right now.
I feel like
it's kind of like when you played like Source multiplayer games back in like, the 2000s.
Oh my god! Yes.
Before they fucking updated that shit.
Yeah.
Islam is a complete way of life, social, cultural, military, political, and religious, all governed by a foreign law.
You're running out of
Sharia.
breath there, dude.
Yeah.
And that makes it a totalitarian
hey guys,
system.
it's actually me, Egghead here.
Damn it.
The Bible? The Bible?
Governed by a foreign law.
Oh my god,
And
it
there
is
is not First Amendment protection.
Is this what
Egghead's
happens
a
to Egghead in
conservative
20
now.
years?
Yep, Egghead in the future, dude.
For imposing that on
He
U.S.
does
citizens.
kind of have an Egghead, doesn't he?
Little bit.
What? Fuck that.
Oh shit. Okay, so let me explain before you get into this one.
Okay.
So I was over my fiance's parents' house. We were watching the Super Bowl, and one of the things, I enjoy the commercials. I enjoy all the cool shit that they do for some of the commercials. Mainly waiting for like the trailers and stuff. And this shit pops up, and I was not ready.
And Jesus wept.
Because it's like cool.
Ah, holy shit.
Because that's cool. It's like a cool build-up. And then this.
Feminism, right?
Let's all experience
Ugh, stop.
something together.
Get out of here. No.
This place.
SWEGTA, I think I'm gonna puke.
How much was this person paid to do ASMR for 32 for a
Too
minute?
much. Too much. They think this has meaning.
Wait, here it is.
So pure.
What? No.
Oh.
Ultra pure gold.
I wonder if anyone's ever done the deed to this video.
Oh, you know.
Maybe. It
That
makes me
has
want
happened.
a beer, I'll say that. It does, but at the same time, it makes me want to not focus on ASMR ever.
Fuck ASMR and fuck this video and fuck everything.
And
I mean-
fuck Egghead.
Yeah, especially Egghead.
Egghead, can you do ASMR, please?
Fucking kill me with this shit, Jesus Christ!
I want
trying to do ASMR here.
I want him to try, and he's like about to go like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Oh
and then
god.
he breaks into this voice as he's doing it, and then he goes back into this.
She will occur.
It's like
I think
the
that would
most
be-
disgusting ASMR match.
I know. That would be even grosser than what we just witnessed right now. Oh man, no. You know what,
Today-
Swigta? I know we talked about the whole Trump thing, but let's never play ASMR on this show ever again.
You just
Yeah,
made me-
that's rule number 2. No ASMR at any given time.
Yeah.
Does
And then
Egghead
number 3,
watch
no
this show?
Egghead.
By the way, does he watch this show?
Sometimes he does, yeah.
All right, let's try this. Egghead, I issue you a challenge. If you're watching, please, get into that bathtub with what I assume you have is a Blue Yeti or a Blue Snowball, one of those microphones that you have.
Probably a snowball.
I'm gonna assume, and crack eggs over your head, but only respond in whispers. That'll get you thousands of views.
I was on an airplane the other day. I was coming home after a week on the road for work. The last leg of my travel was from Dallas.
Michael Cera, fuck.
To Pittsburgh. I was towards the back of the plane, one of the last to board, but the very last person to board was like a middle-aged,
I don't know, some fucking video I pulled that I never played. So I'm like, I'll play this now.
Man wearing a camouflage hat with the words "Make America Great Again"
Okay, so another passenger on the same plane as the one he was on had a MAGA hat on in camo. I didn't know they made those, but I guess they do.
I see what I see. This is like the stereotype of a soy boy, like literally like a walking stereotype, like getting like MAGA guy. Let me go home and film a video about it and rant about it on the internet. At least didn't punch him.
Often do at the end of a work trip. I was feeling a little bit frosty. I was not having it. As soon as he got close enough to like notice me, I threw my hand.
No, this is not.
Oh my god!
Wait, what did he do? What did he?
You'll see.
And in the aisle and gave him a big thumbs down. Like, no, I do not like what you're obviously about.
I am indignant that this is happening. Just so you know.
And I think he kind of brushed that off, but like I kept watching him. He was trying to find a place to put his bag in an overhead compartment, but most of them were full, so he kind of struggled for a minute. When he finally did,
that's why he's wearing a fucking MAGA hat, so he gets a bunch of disapproval from butthurt people that look like you.
Probably, yeah.
We're cramming his bag in there. I just gave him a real sarcastic clap.
Well,
and so
do you remember that video that we fucking watched of the guy at the vape shop?
This is him.
Listen.
Yeah, this is him.
Is that actually him? I've been looking for that fucking video for months.
I can send it to you. I can find.
Thank you. Yeah, the guy who just screams at him in the vape shop.
Yep.
I'll get left side of the plane in the aisle seat. He makes his way one row behind me, right side of the plane, the aisle seat. I, was kind of at this angle, but I just turned around and I just looked at him. I mean, clearly, if he didn't want this kind of attention, he shouldn't have gone out dressing that way.
Look at
Am
that
I right, dudes?
Smile.
Yeah.
Somebody give this fucker a medal.
Mad in that moment, and I was just stewing, thinking about another moment that I'd had in Charlotte, North Carolina. I went to a Waffle House, again, after traveling for work. I witnessed a kind of big, kind of drunk white guy just stared at...
I like the emphasis on white. It's like, I gotta make sure he's white. Just gotta emphasize that.
Down a black guy about my age. No reason at all. I mean, it was clearly just an act of racism in public. Eventually, the black guy said something to him. He was like, hey, do you have a problem, buddy? And he raised his voice and made a scene, and there was a security guard there who moved him to the other side of the restaurant. At that point, I had a better line of sight with him. I feel like even if
this isn't a troll, this story is like somewhat made up, I feel like
this sounds very...
I mean, could this happen? Yeah, sure. But I mean, like, the way... I'm not gonna trust, like, his narrative. Honestly,
I agree, especially when there's like no evidence to prove any other side of it.
Not just that, but I mean, like, he's obviously gonna tell a very like modified rendition of what happened.
So I took to staring right at him, and I was with a couple of pogo athletes at the time. The bigger dudes, so he wasn't about to say anything.
Excuse me, pogoers.
You've just made. Oh no.
Or make a scene with us, but I think that I got him worked up by just continuing to stare at him. Stare at him. How's it feel, buddy? How's it feel to be stared at in public?
I don't know, probably weird. If somebody stared at me for just like the way I dress, I would probably like just be like, oh, they're autistic, and I just like not care beyond that. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying like that's what I would infer from somebody just like staring at me.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then I think he eventually started something with waitstaff, a black member of the waitstaff that did get him kicked out of the Waffle House. Before our plane had begun taxiing, as I was just staring at this
Waffle House
red hat, I was thinking about that moment and how good it felt to stand up to a bully.
You didn't do shit. You just fucking stared at someone.
Wait. How good it feels to stand up to a bully. Dude didn't do much of anything other than...
He went home and made a fucking vlog, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, this is like the This is like the passerby effect in action. So you didn't fucking do shit. You just fucking sat there and observed, and that was it.
Yeah, the one time it would be good for someone like this to fucking intervene. He's just like, nope, I'm gonna go home and vlog about how angry I am.
What did you do? I existed. Give me a medal.
This is something Egghead would do, dude.
It means, right? It means the exact same thing that man meant in that Waffle House in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's an attempt to toxify whatever space you enter. In this case, international airports where you know thousands of people are going to walk past you and see that hat. It is a beacon attempt to say, you're not welcome here to a whole lot of people. And that's bullying. I mean, that's worse than bullying.
Alright, then what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is at least like an attempt at intimidation. It's a futile one because, you know, you're a fucking pussy, but, I mean, like, it's like, oh, they're signaling to others that they're not welcome. It's like, okay, well, aren't you kind of, like, doing the same thing?
Yeah, he's a fucking hypocrite.
Kind of.
It's not okay. It's not
that's how it is when a lot of these people get really deep into thinking a certain way. It's just...
Yeah, and more important, like, how is it any of like, your fucking business what somebody else looks like?
Exactly.
Like, why is that, like, any of your fucking concern? Like, if I walked past someone with, like, a MAGA hat on, I would just be like, oh, either that's, like, an ironic statement, or it's just, like, you know, what they actually believe, and I beg to differ, and that's the end of it.
Honestly, what I do is I just, like, this happened once before, where I was, like, we were in Disney, or something like that, and the dude in front of us walking had a MAGA hat. I looked and I went, oh, that guy's a piece of shit. And I just moved on with my day. Because that's what you do. You don't have to be an asshole back.
Yeah, don't take the bait.
Yeah, if anything, it's like kind of like a good thing that they're signaling that, because it's like, oh, let me just stay away from this.
Exactly,
you know? That's literally the one good thing about that hat is you know who to avoid.
And it's like I'm saying, like, people only go out and wearing that type of shit to generate a reaction. They want to be the type of person who, like, records a viral video of, like, someone getting pissed off because he's wearing a MAGA hat or something. That's pretty much always going to be the type of person wearing that hat out in public. Let's be honest.
Basically.
Yeah. And thanks to people like this, they actually succeed. That's the thing.
They do succeed thanks to assholes like this. Dumbasses.
That I have to stand for. It's not something that I have to be polite towards. In the abstract, taking for granted that, like,
no, but you could actually mind your own fucking business.
In a way, I have more respect for the dude at Waffle House because at least he was trying to, like, project his hatred in a way that looked another person in the eye. Wearing a MAGA hat? I mean, the whole point is that people avert your gaze. You get to be alone in your little bubble of anger while projecting bigotry without...
Yeah, you fucking fell for it. You fucking fell for the whole shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've noticed, but MAGA people, yeah, they tend to congregate a lot, especially on the internet. So to say that, like, they're alone and just, like, you know, mean and all that, I mean, like, you know, some of them are total dickholes, but, you know, they do have social lives.
There's dickholes who feel every which way, like, including this guy.
Yeah, like, okay, like, even fucking, like, neo-Nazis have some kind of social life. So, how does it... It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're talking about, like, a collective group of people as though they are, like, one single, solitary, lonesome individual. They're fucking not. They have a lot in common. Am I wrong?
Dude. No, dude, you're fucking wrong.
Okay, I'm mistaken then.
Engaging
Made a mistake.
I mean, it's all cowardly, and I don't mean to compare one to the other, quite try to quantify which is worse, but, like, wearing a MAGA hat, being...
What?
I said buddy is. Anyway, continue.
A red hat is so... It's hilariously cowardly. So before our plane's even taxiing, you know, I'm staring at him, he notices clearly, and then we meet eyes, and I give him a little look like, what's up? I do one of these, like... And then I turn to my phone and I start queuing up a bunch of death metal on Spotify. And it is a relevant detail here. You know, I was on an airplane. I was, like, listening to things on my phone. I was wearing noise-canceling headphones. That'll become just a little bit relevant in a little bit. Once we get airborne, I turn around and start staring this guy down again. I had brought some Fuji apples on board, and I started eating an apple while...
You know, I don't like the MAGA shit. I don't. So, like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm defending those kind of ideas, because I'm not. But it's just like, how's it, like, how it doesn't have any fucking effect on you at all in any conceivable way. What's so fucking
the
ever?
same fucking coin, dude.
It's like, fuck these people for being tribalistic. It's like, well, what the fuck are you doing? By making this very video, you've disproven everything you've fucking said so far.
And he makes it worse. For all of us. He just makes the world more fucking divided and hostile under the guise of thinking that he's making it fucking better.
Looking at him. This red hat definitely knew that I was looking right at him and chose to ignore me. That was his strategy.
Dude, here's the thing, too. If a MAGA guy was making this video, I'd have the same exact fucking shit to say.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know, if somebody made, like, a video about, like, even, like, Hillary, I don't fucking like her at all. But even if, like, you know, somebody had, like, a Hillary hat or shirt on, and somebody, you know, like, stared daggers at them, you know, in public for no reason at all, you know, I would have the exact same reaction, because it doesn't fucking matter.
Basically.
Totally fine by me. Like, my whole goal was just to make his flight uncomfortable. I psychically restricted his range of vision. He couldn't turn his head.
All right, so you're an asshole then.
Eyes to the left without, you know, somehow ceding metaphysical ground to this, you know, leftist who was bullying him. I didn't have a fully formed strategy of what I was going to do, like, at first, but I chose to look at his eyes. Like, if for even a moment he glanced over it.
This dude's an absolute dickhead.
Yeah, fuck this.
Oh my god.
What a cuck.
Dude, we should have put this guy in conspiracy cucks.
Oh my god.
Oh, we need like a conspiracy kook intro for like people on the far left. We need that because they do exist. They're just not as vocal as the people on the right.
Yeah, we'll find them here and there. You can find a lot of anti-vaxxers and shit for that.
I thought that was a fantastic video.
Oh, it's the monk!
Find yourself as mind control can turn y'all to someone else.
What we're thinking of as aliens
Run the world.
They're extra-dimensional beings that they are not what they claim to be.
Rest in peace, Mario.
yeah. What the fuck happened? What happened? I didn't really like pay much attention to it.
All I know is I guess, obviously he retired. He retired, and I think he sold his channel. He sold his channel to someone, and the guy is exponentially less funny and less entertaining.
Oh, okay, I see.
He's more of a vigilant Chris Chan, basically.
No, I would say, well, you could go that route, but I was going to say he's more of if we're talking personality type, he reminds me of, like, Alex Jones meets Joshua Fierstein.
Oh, God!
Yeah, like, you've seen the videos of him, right?
Yeah, I've seen a few for, like, a couple minutes.
Yeah, it kind of matches up.
I mean, like, the thing is, though, Alex Jones and Josh Moronstein, I mean, like, they're both really animated and vocal. Whereas, you know, the guy, at least from what I've seen, who runs Mario's channel now, like, he's really fucking sedated and calm.
Low energy.
You know,
he's a low
energy.
You can't espouse those people's opinions unless you're being a fucking animated, you know, fucker, dude. You can't be like a boring loser and get away with doing that type of shit.
My friend he owns an InfoWars shirt, and he's worn it. I'm like, why the fuck do you have that? And he's like, oh, I love supporting my favorite comedian. Because that's because he takes the power away from him by treating him as such. And I'm like, I hate this, but I understand your logic.
Yeah, I mean, like, there is, like, an aspect of novelty to it, so, yeah, I get it.
Okay, a little bit.
Oh, God, holy shit.
All my powers. I have basically...
Cheat time, Johnny, what happened to you?
What
yeah.
Call bullet time.
What did they do to you?
To you, there was a Knights Templar cop I got into a fight with and everything my first time. It looks like I either teleport or move faster than the speed of sound or close to the speed of light. That's not what happens.
I think he's talking about, like, I don't even know, like, my best estimation would be, like, he's talking about, like, slow motion in real life, like Max Kane style. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I thought he was just implying he's an X-Man. And I was like, that was my assumption here. I thought he was like, he was a gifted student.
Let's see.
It's a reflex when someone threatens me with deadly force. Everything around me slows down, and I don't even notice. I'm like, why is everything going really slow? How come that guy slowed down?
You just said you don't notice.
Isn't that called adrenaline?
Yeah, and also it's like everything slows down and I don't notice, but then I'm like, wait, hold on, everything's slow now. What?
I can do it to individual people where I can stop time, I can freeze them and watch it when I'm trying. But anyway, what happens is, I'm like, okay, wow, everything's going really slow. I'm just walking normal. Okay, I'm just walking around normal. To what you guys see is like me, I'm going super fast or teleporting. I'm not.
okay.
I'm going and
So he's like a crackhead Flash then. I get it. Rock on, buddy. Rock on.
I stop and you can see me because I see somebody moving and they get slow again. Okay, there was a hit by dirters on me where they had 4 guys while I was in a vacant mobile office and everything in January of 2018. Long story short, they had a railgun. There were 4 guys that were going to try and get me if I went out the
railgun. You say?
Yeah.
Front door. They had a dirter with a railgun. Okay, that would have penetrated my adamantium brain pan. Look up what a railgun is. So what happens is...
Wait,
what the fuck are we getting into now?
Adamantium brain pan. That's where we're at right now.
Somebody asked what a dirter is. Do you guys know?
Wait, that's your question? That's your fucking question in all of this? What's a dirter? I don't know. I don't care what a dirter is.
He has adamantium in his brain. Dirter.
Kind of sounds like, you know, like the first gang you would kill in like a manhunt game. Like the easiest fucking people to kill.
This guy needs to team up with Von Helton.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm there. Please. I'm freezing. Armros and Lilith are making me cold to assist them because they're fucking losers. Okay, Jeff Goldblum is Armros. He's a fucking asshole. But anyway,
wait, Jeff Goldblum?
What did Jeff Goldblum do to you?
Armros and Lilith are making me cold to assist them because they're fucking losers. Okay, Jeff Goldblum is Armros. He's a fucking asshole. But anyway, so what happens?
Okay.
I'm lying down. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm freezing. All of a sudden, I feel this thing. Oh, there's a guy outside with a railgun. Oh, man, damn. 1 o'clock in the morning. The next thing I know, it's 9 p.m., not 1 o'clock, it's 9 p.m. That hit on me was so dangerous because a railgun would have penetrated my adamantium skull and killed me that I sent the entire universe back in time 4 hours.
Cool.
I teleported those hit guys back in time to where they were 4 hours prior to it. And they realized, man, it is impossible to kill this guy.
You know what? I take back what I said. I just want to take back what I said, because this is a powerful person. This is, I don't know, this is not really like a superhero. This is just kind of like, I don't know.
No, dude, he needed Doctor Strange's fucking...
It's like Hancock with a coke habit. Sorry,
so Hancock. But I was gonna ask you, wait, like, did he just do essentially the solution from the plot of Superman 4?
Either that or Click.
Which one is fucking Adam Sandler? Which one is the one where he like goes back in time by like spinning the Earth in reverse?
Isn't that the first one?
Is that the first one?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but
the fucking first one.
That's what I'm thinking he's trying to do right now.
So I bullet time. I can go back and forth in time. To me, I like it. I walk around and everything slows down. Okay, I also multiplex when I dream. When I'm asleep, people have seen me in another location.
For now, honestly.
What the fuck is multiplex?
I have a feeling he's not going to elaborate.
Hold on. What does... I have to look this up. Multiplex mean? Consisting of many elements in a complex... What?
So nothing, basically, right?
A system. Wait. A system or signal involving simultaneous transmission of several messages along a single channel of communication. How?
Is that like fucking G-time?
I think again. Like I said in the beginning. What happened to you, G-time, Johnny? What happened?
So he's like an internet router then, or what?
Dude, wait a minute. What if this is? Oh my god. What if this is G-time's twin brother, and like he's the evil one, and G-time Johnny's the good one? And
yeah, dude, oh my god, it's J-Time Jimmy, dude. It's J-Time Jimmy.
Yeah, like they can't interact or else the world's gonna end. Because they'll fight, they'll duke it out, and someone's like, the cost is gonna be everyone else. Yeah, you're welcome, internet. We just gave you some sick lore. Let's go.
Let's get that fan fiction out there, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, speaking of fan fiction, I don't know why I'm deciding to bring this up, but I saw, SWEGTA, I just recently saw that video that you made. I guess it was a couple of years ago, reading bully fan fiction, and it made me so very uncomfortable, dude.
Are we? Is that a segue? Am I hearing a proper segue?
No, we're not going to talk about that. I
Not
felt
yet?
the need to bring that up.
It's better off left in the past. Let's put it that way.
Joke's on them. If they join one more time.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
back on.
Hold on. I got it. All right. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Hello. Welcome to my TED Talk. I sent a DM to Animancer when we were talking before and about stuff in regards to the show, and I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
I have a new lolcow for you," and he was like, "I'm intrigued." So I sent him these. There are two gaming YouTubers out there, in the realm that I guess you could say I hate watch. This is
Sure.
one of them, Wings of Redemption, and you're gonna notice a lot of traits about him as this goes on. He's one of those people. One of the main things he does is he adamantly will say like, "Oh, you better donate, you better subscribe, you better do this, or else I'm gonna shut the stream off." One of the other ones was
Wait, and people actually donate to this fucking sack of shit?
He makes a decent living, dude.
Okay, well,
He has a lot of pity. He does a lot of pity, or I guess self-deprecation on himself. Basically, like I hate Call of Duty. It ruined my life. And you'll see that in this video. Yeah, just watch. Just watch. Just
okay.
Line.
This one, he got stream sniped, and the stream went awful, and it was amazing.
Team up. Like, dude knew I was here.
Wait, people donate to this fucking guy?
This guy.
Okay.
His reactions are
Come the
fucking.
Fuck on, man.
I like how the chair is like making painful noises. As he
Yeah, it
moves.
doesn't sound good.
It's like, So stream sniping, that's essentially when somebody like finds you in game while you're live and they just like fuck with you.
Basically, and kind of like pinpoints your location and ruins the game for you.
Hey, dude, they keep going back to my fucking spot. They're just sitting on my spot over there near the docks. There's like 3 of them. There's 3. You got 3 dudes on your team right
You know
there.
what this is like, John?
In a clan.
This is like if Francis split from Boogie 2988 and became a real person.
Oh my god.
I've seen some people speculate that Francis is actually like Boogie's like real self, but like unfiltered, but he portrays it as a character. I don't believe that.
That would be
That's
amazing.
some fucking conspiracy bullshit right there, man.
Oh my god.
Quit sniping, get some skill. Quit sniping, get some skill.
His reaction, you'll just
Come the fuck on, man. Real talk.
Yeah, they're calling him in the mic.
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. You're a little kid.
That sounded like it was coming from a fucking 12-year-old.
God damn it, dude.
I forget if in this video he throws a bunch of like the controllers or like tries to break his controllers. They'll zoom in on it if it is this one.
Okay.
You can see he's
irritated
getting
by this.
pissed.
Raped by the
Shit.
Fuck this shit.
It's like a ticking time bomb. You know something bad's about to happen, but you're just waiting for it to happen.
Somebody fucking fires a bazooka at him. I'm just gonna ignore this.
Webby, fucking leave, dude.
How is that not your fucking fault, dude?
What? Oh, you could hear it snap. You didn't break him, you could hear it fucking snap.
Yeah, dude, he's got the strength level of Chris Chan trying to destroy a PlayStation.
I mean,
I'd suggest replaying that again just to see that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Why not just like leave the game and join some other session?
Because he's convinced the trolls are gonna ruin his life, or they're gonna ruin his game every time.
But they're succeeding anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Listen. Oh my god.
Well, so much for playing it cool. Hello,
what a fucking loser,
my
dude.
old friend.
Alright, guys, if they join session again,
Oh wait,
I'm just gonna have to.
Oh wait.
Okay.
No, continue. Sorry, I was listening for something.
Until they leave. Like, all they're doing is hurting my livelihood. If somebody could please like get me their information, like maybe like I forgot what that shit's called.
What, docs?
But
like if somebody could get me like their information, like their name, their address, the number, how I can get in contact with these guys, I would really like to know.
Okay, you know what?
Fuck yourself.
That's not fucking cool. Honestly.
No, that wasn't the bit that. This is the part.
Okay. I'll keep playing it. I just want to point out, like, doxing is some of the, like, the
that's the
scummiest fucking
worst.
shit you can do online. It's fucking, like, it's total dickbag behavior.
I agree.
It is.
I'm seriously considering suing them.
For what?
Because at this point, they're going to follow me around when I stream, and they're affecting my business at this point. Honestly, they're affecting my ability to make money. Appear offline doesn't work. I'm fucking offline. No, they're joining through recent players. Look here! Look,
Von Helton, dude.
Appearing offline does not fucking stop.
That's the drop.
So
Wait, did you see that? He did the symbol, dude. He did that fucking... No, reverse that. Let's go back.
Hold on.
Look here! Look, listen! Appearing...
Oh, he did it. He did
Oh,
it.
you
Let's see if I
did
can get
it.
it.
Look, listen.
Kind of.
There it is.
Exposed.
Exposed, dude.
Hey, a previous video guy. Here's another target for you to pick on.
I agree.
Not fucking
shit.
Stop it. So stop giving fucking advice you know nothing about.
Well, they know
I'm
more
banning
than you.
anybody trying to give me advice. Real talk.
That's
mom
my
shouldn't
yeah.
be doing
Oh,
this. I gotta
pause really quick. So that's another thing he does. It's become a running meme on his room. Basically, it's like ban blank. So like he'll occasionally in chat be like, ban anyone trying to criticize my gameplay, ban everybody trying to give me advice, ban everybody doing this, and then like someone's made a compilation of just all of him, like everything he's wanted to ban.
And he makes a living doing this?
Yes, he was one of those guys back in the day when like Call of Duty commentaries were massive on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy. He was one of the guys on that.
God.
Like he was massive.
So another washed up personality like Darkside Phil.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, was Phil actually ever respected by anyone?
Yeah, actually, at one point, yeah, kind of. I mean, like, you know, people laughed at him, but they thought he was playing a character until they realized he actually is, a total dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about anything.
I hate everything to do with life. He's following me right now, shooting at me.
Dude, I wish I could fucking do this. I could just go live and be like, fuck life, and people give me money.
Oh, actually, hold on a second. I'm going to pause real quick.
Fuck their stupid money.
In the chat, JPV, did you show them I'm a grown man? They know about I'm a grown man. They know about I'm a real man.
Yeah, check out our latest episode 34, I think, and you'll see it.
It's beautiful.
Amazing.
I'm so glad we got to show Nate that video.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think there's one more. This is it. I think this, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to have a good fucking stream, dude. That's all I wanted to do.
This one like just chucks his fucking controller, and it's the antithesis, or it's the thesis of everything that he does.
The only thing stopping this asshole from having a good fucking time is him.
Exactly.
Can you please stop, dude? Honestly, can you stop?
He's playing a game!
He's just fucking about.
Like, why are you doing this to me? Real talk, why?
What do you think?
It is.
Whoa! That's awesome!
That's not the end of it! What is this?
Time to consider my life choices.
What I've done.
Yeah.
Right?
That's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Wait, there's a fucking hole in the wall now.
Oh yeah.
And he's got a dog too. That's not good.
Dude, Walls have an immense weakness to white people.
How dare you hurt Wallace's brother? Dude, he chucked that fucking controller so far.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it bounced.
All in a good day's work.
This is what I imagine. Like if Brett Keane ever got successful with doing like gameplay streams, this is what happens.
Hello and welcome back to Game Show.
Fucking
like,
atheist spawn killing me.
Alright, guys. I give up. I'll stream again.
Wait.
I really need to make this fucking money.
Yeah, so you just punched a fucking hole in the wall. Now you need to make more money.
So this was to explain the context. He was using the money for weight loss surgery. That was the whole thing that he was gonna do for.
Okay, so like that's like Plan B. Plan A was like that exercise bike collecting dust right next to him. Yeah, I get it.
Dude, I bet he uses that thing about as much as Jared Genesis uses his fucking instruments.
Dude, it's been rendered like a coat hanger at this point. Like
kind of, yeah.
I've seen this happen so many fucking times. Where like, you know, somebody buys some exercise equipment and they're like, I'm gonna use this daily, and they fucking don't.
Yeah.
Fucking surgery, man. I've wanted it so fucking bad.
Here come the crocodile tears.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
You know what'll help? Destruction of my own property, clearly.
It's like I'm fucking lonely. I want to just fucking stream and have a good time. Have a good game.
It's not like I ever have emotional outbursts on stream or anything.
My life.
Oh my god. What the fuck is going on here?
I mean, fucking compose yourself, honestly. Like,
oh man,
I realize like people have like emotional issues and shit, and that, you know, I don't judge anyone for that. But like, it's like if you're gonna broadcast yourself, having like a meltdown on cam is not a good start.
I agree.
Make that 3, absolutely. I'm correct. I believe that's the end of the video.
Sorry.
Dude, you've never fucking seen me break down like this on a stream.
Oh,
honestly.
It'll happen though someday. It's gonna happen.
No, it won't. No.
It won't. It will. It will.
I will tell you though, he is. If you search it deep enough, he is a treasure trove of just.
We'll look into it.
I will.
Comedy.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing me.
WingsOfRedemption.
Yeah, chicken wings. Let's see. So how about a Warcorpse video?
A what?
All right.
What's that?
A what? Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, so I'm going to spend as...
Oh, you're not familiar with Warcorpse?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and play this, and it'll give you a bit of insight into well, basically anything you need to know.
Personally, I've never gone to this extreme, but I'm going there now. Personally, if it was up to me, if I was your judge, I would sentence you to be tied to a fucking post, doused in gasoline, and then set the fuck on fire. I would burn your sorry carcass
So edgy.
Yep.
Little of time on this as I can, because I think the big reasons why we're seeing an uptick in the number of these types of attacks.
Oh, and this is the video is entitled "Response to the New Zealand Attacks." So that's the topic.
Is
very heavy fucking topic.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll have a nuanced perspective. Warcorpse always comes at things.
Out of mild curiosity, how long after was this released?
Probably like a couple days or so, I think.
Okay, I thought it would be like those were like a day after.
The media, and I'll say a little word on that in a minute. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably all heard about the attack in New Zealand. It was targeted towards Muslims, and I'm sure
I'm convinced that Warcorpse really is the real life fucking Patrick Star.
That didn't want to hurt anyone. I truly believe that. And you know, well, we can all help them mourn. And first off, not to be a complete like dick.
Oh, this is gonna be.
But you are. So let's see what dumb bitch juice you've been drinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
But why are people in America talking about this?
Oh my god.
Because it's a fucking shooting.
You fucking
and
idiot.
all of us.
It affects the whole fucking world, yeah.
Allow me to introduce you to the concept of common decency and the notion that, hey, we're all humans living on this big fucking planet.
Yeah, but we're like in America, so like why care about
Dude,
it?
Warcorpse doesn't care about human empathy. He just cares about his own fucking Americans. That's all he cares.
But
Does
he's
he
American
though?
and he's talking about
Does
it.
he?
Doesn't that defeat the point though? Like what Americans, why do you give a shit about this? It's like, well, you're, a proud American, so there you go. Kind of a moot point, isn't it?
A little bit.
Didn't happen in our country. This was in New Zealand.
So?
Let New Zealand, we can help them heal, but let them deal with it. This is nothing about us. But predictably,
I don't think people are saying that like America should deal with it, because really, like, there's nothing you can really do to remedy that. It's an unfortunate situation that really can't be fixed. Mm-hmm. You can't bring those people back. There's nothing you can fucking do.
It's just an imaginary argument out of Warcorpse's mind, dude. That's all it fucking is.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, people, they're not talking about, like, fixing this. There's no way to fucking do that. They're expressing concern. And decency. I mean, like, that's really what it is. So it's like, regardless of where you're at, people are gonna give a shit. I've seen people in Sweden give a shit about this.
Yeah.
The only person I've seen make this point, if I can call it that, is Warcorpse. Like, in passing. So, what fucking gives?
I want to bring up another point, and that is apparently the shooter was a white supremacist piece of shit asshole that hopefully dies by getting his bowels ripped out by hyenas on cocaine.
He's gonna bring up the PewDiePie thing. I guarantee it.
I don't know.
Guaranteed it. PewDiePie is coming out of his mouth in a second.
But once again,
I bet Warcorpse loves fucking T-Series, man. He's the biggest contrarian there is.
It seems like everybody buries their head in the sand, and okay,
but I mean, like, you just fucking asked why Americans talk about this, and it's like, okay, well, wouldn't they be burying their heads in the sand if they refused to acknowledge it? If they were aware of it and then just like didn't talk about it, isn't that like burying your head in the sand? I feel like that applies.
If this was an example of something that happened in another country that suited one of Warcorpse's arguments, of course he would be using it to apply it to here in America. He'd be like, well, in this country, this happened, so he's just ignoring it because it's something against what he believes.
How the fuck would you feel if, like, 9/11 2.0 fucking happened and, people in New Zealand were like, we don't give a fuck. It didn't happen here.
There would be a whole other video just devoted to that. Let's be honest.
Yes. Yeah, so, like, why talk about it? It didn't happen in fucking New Zealand, so who gives a shit? 50 people dead. Who gives a shit? Nice.
I'll be fair here, but it seems like they bury their head in the sand when it's another group.
The
Here's
Jews.
A thought.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
And this is just what I want to think. Whether or not a terrorist attack, a mass killing, or something of that nature happens, and I'll call this asshole what he was. He was a fucking terrorist.
Okay, no one's debating that. No one's
wanna
gonna
use-
fucking debate.
I will credit him for at least saying that.
Yeah. You've acknowledged one thing. Good job.
You've gotten
Care
one thing
to
right.
Silence and intimidate a group of people. He's a terrorist piece of shit, and once again, can we get those coked up hyenas on the case?
Well,
but I just hate it when, if it's a white guy, the left has no problem calling it out, but when it's a Islamist,
man,
they generally shut up or they try to make excuses. Now,
No.
the same can be said for the right when it's a white supremacist. You know, they like to downplay that it's an isolated incident, blah, blah, blah. And, okay, that is true. I mean, the best they got was like 6 examples in 7 years, but... Isn't that 6 too many? How about we just... And on the right, they're very hesitant to call it a terrorist attack. No! When you use violence, this is why I have no problem calling Antifa terrorists. When you use violence to advance your political goals, whatever in the fuck they are, be they white nationalism or socialism, that's fucking terrorism.
At least, like, we can agree on that, I think.
Yeah, stop playing this. I'm starting to agree with.
So we're getting to a point where it's like, okay, he's got a kind of a point.
I'm starting to empathize. Please move on. No.
Yeah, move on quickly. I don't want to see this anymore. Blah blah blah. I don't hear anything.
Okay,
Fuck
okay.
you.
I'll play one final video and then we'll wrap it up.
Oh boy.
Our enemies are both foreign and domestic. Inside our already flimsily defended borders, we are not at peace. Or rather, the radical left is not at peace
So, tribalism, again.
with us.
This has been tribalism to show.
Fucking leftists.
Comfort of TV green rooms and beltway back rooms and corporate boardrooms and conference ballrooms. It may not look like
Which Republicans never attend.
civil war is imminent, but threats and outright violence against you, ordinary law-abiding people, are now regularized features, not just random bugs of political life in these disunited states.
Ooh, nice.
The fuck is she
You
talking
all know-
about?
I don't know.
I bet it took her all night to think of that one.
There's a threat coming from the left. And yeah, fuck the left. That's all I can infer from this.
How can I say this or how can I say this with nuance? Disunited States. I've done it.
And on the ground, that
And it's
college
funny because like these are the same people who are like, you know, we're like the patriotic side of the argument. But it's like it's
Trying to
seems
sow
like-
fucking division, yeah.
It seems like you're just like upset with the current situation the U.S. finds itself in.
They want another fucking civil war.
Students are being punched. Elderly citizens are being harassed. MAGA hat wearers are being kicked off planes and assaulted in school
Dude, I bet
hallways
this
and
bitch thinks
restaurants.
the fucking civil war was between Iron Man and...
My one true civil war.
Conservative speakers are being mobbed and Molotov cocktails. ICE agents and their families are being targeted. Pro-lifers are being kicked and menaced. Pro-Trump, anti-jihad moms on social media are being monitored and doxxed. The madness is beyond parody. Last week, you all saw...
And none of this ever happens to anybody on the left. At all. Never. Sorry, I just bumped my fucking mic with a...
I do not like this woman. At all.
Yeah, well, get used to it.
The understatement of the year, by the way.
this. Social justice media warriors whipped up hysteria over a Mar-a-Lago pastry chef over her Instagram posts. Where are the sanctuary
Do you guys
spaces?
have any idea what the fuck she's like referring to? Because I've lost track a long time
what was
ago.
what did she say the name was again?
I don't know. I don't think she mentioned.
All this is a bunch of buzzwords and fucking talking
Yeah,
points.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I think it really is. Let's be honest.
Where are the sanctuary spaces for law-abiding conservatives who simply want to exercise their rights to free speech and peaceable assembly?
It's called America.
Yeah, let's do that.
No one's coming for
The
your free speech,
divide.
bitch. Where's this argument coming from? No one's making this argument. No one's arguing against free speech in this country.
You
At
know
least
what I
no one
love
that fucking
about this? this is full of like jingoistic bullshit, and you see like, you know, what makes America great, but then like she gets on stage and just kind of like shits on the entire fucking country, like it's disorganized. I am indignant with the current state of things.
What we're listening to is supposed to be fucking nationalism, dude.
Okay, it seemed, I don't know, to me it strikes me as the opposite of that.
Sounds more like worship of a single party and not the country itself.
In this country is between decent people who stand up for America and dastardly people who want to bring America to its knees.
Oh, fuck off. Really? That's like the point we're gonna take this argument to. It's like, we have decent people on one end, and then on the other, it's like the gremlins and fucking trolls from like Lord of the Rings.
This is how so many people look at things, man.
We certainly should make common cause with others across the aisle who share our values, but we should never rush to embrace those whose fundamental aim is to smear and destroy us all.
It's funny that you included her at the end, because this is like the cherry on top of bigotry, dude. She's just like a stupid fucking bigot who sees nothing but a left and right dichotomy. That's all she fucking...
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, thank you,
Right-wing
Shit ended, good.
It's fucking over. So,
do
you guys have any, like, final thoughts on that clip before we, wrap things up?
That should be my wrap-up, because...
Fuck that bitch. I hate her. Can't stand her.
I agree.
But, John, thank you very much for coming on the show. I had a lot of fun. That was a good fucking time.
That was awesome. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. And by the way, we're gonna look into doing the bonus show either... It's gonna be next week, but I don't know which day of that week it's gonna be, but yeah, we'll keep you posted, viewers. And by the way, follow us on Twitch if you want to catch the show live. I saw somebody in the comments will say like, oh, you know, you guys should upload this to YouTube or some shit. It's like, well, we do, but it's, you know, edited and recorded, so you're not gonna catch it live on YouTube.
Join our Discord for all the updates and all that shit. Talk to all the cool people in there. Get in there.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, take it easy, guys. Peace.
Bye.